Okay, hi YouTube, Mr. Who's the Boss here, and this is my full review of the Tronsmart Orion R28 Android Media Player. So basically, this is a phone without a screen. So one of the reasons this has actually come to be is that it's rocking the brand new Rockchip 3288 processor, and this has actually got the next gen Mali TP graphics inside it. So it's actually supposedly quite a powerful, device, and this is actually only selling for $99. I'll put a link in the description. So the connectivity here is absolutely jaw-dropping. So we've got a slot for an SD card up to 32 gigabytes. We've got 3 USB ports, and these are full USB, not micro USB. Then we've got one micro USB as well for transfer to Android devices, and then we've also got a gold-plated HDMI. Furthermore, there's Ethernet cable port, which is really nice to see, power, and a headphone jack. So this thing is awesome in terms of what it can do. As if that wasn't already enough, it also has an antenna built in, which helps to boost the Wi-Fi signal. But I mean, that's pretty pointless if you're actually using the Ethernet. So it also comes with a included remote control. So I have to say, I'm not a big fan of this. The buttons feel kind of superficial, they feel quite cheap, but I suppose that is to be expected with an item of this price. However, one thing I kind of really wish is that they actually included a cursor of some sort, because navigating the actual Android PC with just a remote is very slow. I mean, imagine trying to actually type on a keyboard with this, it's really cumbersome. It runs on 2 AAA batteries, which are not actually included. So something I was quite impressed about was how simple this whole thing was to set up. So you plug the power cable into the back, then you plug the Ethernet cable in, and I'm using a power line adapter to bring my internet downstairs. And then last of all, you just stick the HDMI cable in. And the really nice thing is that all of this stuff was included. So literally out the box, you've got everything you need to use this item straight away. And by straight away, I literally mean 2-3 minutes it's set up. So we all know and love Android just because of how open source it is and how sort of easy it is for developers to make things work, but I was still surprised when I could literally just plug in a mouse, plug in a keyboard, and it just works. I was really impressed, and I suppose this is a massive advantage of having 3 full-sized USB ports. So yeah, all the actual buttons work. You can even use the home button on the keyboard to go home on Android. It automatically works, and that was really cool. So basically you can see this looks just like a really big Android phone. So it's running Android 4.4, which is really nice to see, and the status bar at the bottom can be hidden at any one time. On top of this, Rockchip are actually offering an Android L upgrade in the near future. And bam, 37,633. Oh wow, I was not expecting that kind of performance out of a $99 box. So to put that into perspective, this thing is trading blows with the LG G3, a $600 flagship device. Similarly, the gaming performance is surprisingly good. For all those games that actually are genuinely good looking and not just on smaller displays where you can't see the imperfections, the gaming experience is actually very much console-like. The experience can be further enhanced with the addition of a Bluetooth controller. If you have one, then definitely use it. If you don't, then I actually recommend the iPega multimedia controller, because not only does it have all the multimedia keys on it, but it's also got the raised joysticks, and actually quite ergonomic controls for sort of a 15 quid piece of kit. So moving on to the other side of this thing's functionality, it actually doubles as a smart TV box. So if you think about everything you can do on Android, all of a sudden you can do all of that stuff on your TV, and the actual number of possible control methods are pretty much endless. So for example, you can just use it as a news thing. You could just go on the news every day on your TV, and you can use the controller to control that. Alternatively, you could connect a mouse, and you can use the mouse to browse around just like you would on an actual PC. Then you can go on YouTube and watch more of my awesome videos. So to conclude, I'm very impressed with the R28. You can actually get upgraded models, but I think in terms of value for money, this is still the best. So in terms of build, I'm giving this a 16 out of 20. The actual physical construction is nothing special, but don't forget this is an Android TV box, so you'll pretty much never be actually touching it. On top of that, it looks really nice, and the packaging included basically everything you need, so that was very good. The features were also kind of surprising. I was very impressed with the whole array of connectivity provided, and that's a lot more than we normally see on a standard Android device. On top of that, this has got all the latest features of Android 4.4 KitKat, and it's got the power to actually use them. Something else that really impressed me was that this thing actually supports AC Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.0. The only real downside I can think of is that the remote wasn't that great, but don't forget, you don't even have to use that. Performance was also very good. I mean, this thing is competing with today's flagships, and so I can pretty much guarantee at least some future-proofing. In terms of price to performance, I'm yet to see anything come close. I'd say that this has at least double the actual price to performance of the next best device I've ever seen. So yeah, I really do recommend this. I never realized I needed it until I actually had it, and now I really like it. Thanks for watching guys, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more.